Meanwhile, a Russian military transport plane crashed in Russia's Belgorod region near the Ukrainian border, as stated by the Russian Defense Ministry. The plane that crashed on Wednesday morning was carrying 65 Ukrainian war prisoners, 6 crew members along with 3 people accompanying the war prisoners, all of whom have been killed in the incident. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has called for an international investigation into the plane crash and also said that the Ukrainian security agencies are probing all the circumstances.
The Defense Intelligence of Ukraine is working to find out the fate of all the prisoners. The Security Service of Ukraine is investigating all the circumstances. I have instructed the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine to inform our partners about the available data. Our country will insist on an international investigation.
Moscow immediately blamed Ukraine for the incident and called it an act of terror. Russia's defense ministry and other authorities have begun investigating the matter and said that Russian radars spotted the launch of 2 Ukrainian missiles from Ukraine's Kharkiv region bordering the crash site in Belgorod. While Kyiv is yet to respond on whether Ukrainian war prisoners were killed in the crash or if the Russian plane was downed by the Ukrainian forces.
The Nazi Kyiv regime took this step, pursuing the goal of blaming Russia for eliminating Ukrainian servicemen. By carrying out that terrorist attack, the Ukrainian leadership showed its true colors. It paid no regard for the lives of its own citizens.
Now, for more on this, we earlier spoke to the editor-in-chief of BNE Intelli News, Ben Aris from Berlin. Listen into his inputs now.
Well, it's such a spectacular story that both sides have picked it up, and they're both in an information war, propaganda war against each other. And so they're going to play this up as much as possible. And as I say, in the context of the downing of the Malaysian MH17 plane, that this one is catching the headlines, everybody's paying attention to it, and both sides are trying to make maximum use of it. The Russians have been saying this is an atrocity, that they're killing their own prisoners of war. The Ukrainians are saying that the Russians are playing a game here to try and sully the Ukrainian side, and particularly using this. I mean, a senior Russian politician has already sent a letter to the UN saying that the West should stop sending these anti-air defense missiles, Patriots. He claimed that this plane was shot down by a Patriot, and Ukraine has been calling for more munitions to keep its air defense working. And so the whole thing's very quickly got wrapped up in the geopolitics, the tensions between the two countries, and that's just muddied the water further. So it's going to become less and less clear what happened, I think, as we go on.